50,000 years ago, human life was completely different from today. Back then, people's biggest fear wasn't taxes, it wasn't debt, it wasn't work, it was survival, because death was everywhere. A modern person can go weeks without thinking about death. Ancient humans faced it every single day. Sometimes a small injury was enough. Tripping over a rock, cutting your hand, getting injured during a hunt. Today, something like that might heal within a few days, but back then, an infection could spread through the body and kill you. Predators were also a major threat. Lions, wolves, hyenas, giant bears, saber-toothed cats. Humans were not the rulers of nature. In many cases, they were the prey. When night fell, things became even more dangerous. There were no streetlights, no houses, no locks, only darkness. Complete darkness. The kind of darkness most modern humans have never experienced. In that darkness, every sound could mean danger. A snapping branch, rustling grass, an unfamiliar noise. Any one of them could mean a predator was nearby. But animals weren't the greatest threat. Nature itself was. One harsh winter, one drought, one unsuccessful hunt, and an entire tribe could face starvation. Today, people order food with a tap on a screen. Ancient humans had to fight for every meal. Sometimes they went days without eating. Children faced even greater dangers. According to some studies, a large percentage of children born in prehistoric times never reached adulthood. Disease was also extremely dangerous. Today, a simple fever usually passes within days, but 50,000 years ago, even a minor infection could be fatal. A toothache could become deadly. There were no dentists, no medicine, no treatment, only endurance. That's why many people never reached the age of 30, but here's the interesting part. Despite such a difficult life, ancient humans still lived. They hunted, they built fires, they raised children, they formed friendships, they told stories, they laughed. And they may have been happier than we imagine, because they understood the value of each day. No one was guaranteed tomorrow, and that uncertainty forced them to truly live. The people who lived 50,000 years ago had no idea they were making history. They didn't know cities would one day exist. They didn't know airplanes would be invented. They didn't know the internet would exist. They couldn't even imagine that thousands of years later, their descendants would walk on the moon. They only thought about surviving until the next day, surviving until the next hunt, surviving until the next winter. But because of those people, we are here today. Right now, you're watching this video in safety. You have a roof above your head. You have a phone in your hand. You're not worried about freezing to death tonight. You're not worried about finding your next meal. There aren't predators circling your shelter in the darkness. We take all of this for granted, but for most of human history, none of it existed. Maybe that's why the next time life feels difficult, and take a moment and think. Your worst day might still be safer than the best day of someone who lived 50,000 years ago. Yet we consider our world normal because humans have an incredible ability to adapt to extraordinary things. But don't forget, most of human history was not comfort. It was struggle, a struggle to survive. And the descendants of the people who won that struggle are you and me.